there's one thing this pandemic situation is showing us, it's that we're all connected. And on some level, we're all suffering. But we're also ready to fight our way through. In this series, I'm speaking to people I call friends, people I respect, people I want to see do well. Because in the end, we all have to carry on. And it's better if we carry on together. Welcome back. Today I am speaking with Eva Marino. And Eva, for people that don't know you or what you are involved in, can you just give a brief introduction?
So my name's Eva Marino, as you said. I have 2 kids. I live in Portsmouth, and I've been here for years. I'm opening a store called Evie. It's clothing and accessories for women, and it's located on Congress Street, formerly the Glass Pear, formerly Warehouse. I'm not sure what it was before that, but it's a beautiful location right in the heart of downtown Portsmouth. And I got the keys to my space May 1st, and here we are.
What exactly is your focus at Evie?
I have been in the retail and style industry since I was 15. And I have worked in lots of different kinds of boutiques, some hippie stores, some really high end. Some people may remember me from Helene M. So the span of things that I've been, what's the word I'm looking for? The span of kind of merchandise that I've been exposed to is sort of this store is a culmination of all of that, is what I would say. So I have a little bit of everything. So really fun jewelry. Everything is sourced in a way that's ethical. So if I buy something, I want to make sure that it's made in a way that's helping the planet and also will last a really long time. So I always keep that in mind. Normally, I go to New York to these big shows. The Javits Center, actually. I was supposed to be in a show this week to source some things, accessories and things like that. But when you walk into my store, you'll find a big eclectic mix of things that you can wear day to day or something for a special occasion. So dresses, tops, pants, skirts. I've got so much jewelry, scarves, things like that, sunglasses, a little bit of everything.
In addition to not being able to go and source merchandise, what are some of the other challenges that you're facing now because of this situation? I
was supposed to open in the end of May, and I'm still trying to do that, but every little step of the way, there's this hiccup that I think as Americans, we've gotten so used to having seamless everything. Like, you want something, in 2 days, you have it. Everything is just available to us. And that has been taken out from underneath us, and understandably so. But it's just been really different for me as far as the flow of how I'm trying to open. I was going to have my mother, who's owned stores for a very long time too. She had a store in Key West for years. She shut that down last year. She was going to come up here and work with me. And we just both feel that it's not a good idea for her to come up here and intermix yet. So we're just waiting and seeing. And what I'm going to have to do is, my store hours are going to have to be extremely different than what they would have been, also because I have 2 small kids at home and nowhere to put them. Right. I have nowhere to store them while I'm working.
Can you kind of give me the story leading up to, the planned opening before pandemic broke out?
I just feel like I've done this for so long that I know it like the back of my hand. Now, running a store and owning a store are 2 very, very different things. But I think the beauty of owning your own business, especially in these days, is that you can set your own hours. And that's kind of what I wanted to do in the first place. I know in the beginning it meant that I was going to work nonstop. And so after I quit my job, after I had my son Noah 8 years ago, I just planned on being a stay-at-home mom. But I am really at my best when I'm in a retail environment. That's what I'm really good at. I know it. And I just feel very confident with it. So opening a store was never a scary thing for me as far as the workload was concerned. it's more about the investment, the monetary investment it takes to open a business. And since I'm not in business yet, I can't really get any government loans or anything. So I'm still putting money in and not knowing if I'm going to get that back. But that's the leap of faith you take when you're going to open a store anyway. But yeah, I found out about this space about, I would say like in the middle of December of this year. And I'd been eyeing it for years. And I just said to myself, if that space ever comes available, I'm going to jump on it because I love it so much. It has so much character. And I just feel like location is so important as well. But I started talking to the leasing agent about it and the ball started rolling, and I just feel like when the universe wants something to happen, it sort of unfolds. And that's how this happened. It was very organic. Everything fell into line, and it's just been chipping away at it ever since.
So yeah, tell me a little more about like the clientele that you are going after.
I feel like I have things for everyday living. It's really not workwear. It's more for somebody who's running around town or wants to have a pretty blouse for going out at night, or a dress for an event. And I'm inspired by the women of this community. Like whenever I go to a show, people have popped into my mind that are actual people that live here, clients that I've known forever. A lot of those clients have become friends, and people who aren't even necessarily my friend, just somebody that I think, oh my gosh, that person would love this. And whether or not they end up buying it, it doesn't matter. But the thought is, I'm so inspired by the women of this community. And I want them to feel joy when they wear something, or they put on a t-shirt that may seem like no big deal, but it's just like, it's so comfortable and it lasts long. And that makes me really happy.
I've kind of noticed and been really impressed by the number of women that own businesses here in town. And I'm wondering, what kind of community support you are getting from other women that own businesses, or just business owners in general that know you and recognize the challenge of the time already, but then on top of that, trying to launch a new business.
There are a few people that really stand out for me. I find that these women are so strong, and there's just the women that I am engaging with and the ones that are helping me are just, it's like there's no sense of competition. It's just like we're in this together. And I just feel like they're just there. So they'll check in, and if I have a question or we just commiserate over things, it's been really inspiring for me, and it makes me feel extremely confident that this is going to be okay, that everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
This community is incredible.
What is your initial strategy right now, anticipating an open in whatever capacity is possible at the end of this month?
I'm going to have to do online, clearly. As far as the store hours are concerned, I don't know if my kids are going to go to camp this summer, and I don't have childcare for them. So I might have to have certain hours that are completely different than what, the normal store hours would be for retail. I might have to open from 4 until 8 on weekdays so that my husband can work, and then I'll be with the kids all day, and then we can just do a switch. And that's just how it's going to have to be. Or I will do, I can do by appointment. So I would love to set up private appointments and make sure everything is clean, all sanitized, and, all of those things that the CDC is recommending, I'm planning on doing because I want everyone to remain safe. I've scaled way back on what I ordered initially. So I had these massive orders, and I just contacted all my reps, and they've been amazing. And they've said, oh, no problem. So I've cut my initial inventory basically in half, and I'm scaling up on things that don't have to be tried on. I think part of the beauty of of owning a small business too, is that you have that long-term relationship with the customer. And so I want to make sure that everybody's happy with their purchase, So it's just every single thing is going to be different, but I'm totally focused on making it work because I don't really have a choice.
Yeah.
But I feel hopeful about it. I just know that, being with my children all day, and they're 6 and 7. So it's just, there's no understanding like, hey, mom has to work right now. You need to be quiet. I mean, I brought them into the store yesterday and they made a massive, massive mess. They were coloring and, it's fine, but it's just going to be very different than if I had them in camps all summer.
Mm. What kind of advice do you think you're able to offer others through this period? I mean, especially in terms of like, what is the make or break factor for you?
That's a really good question. And I actually don't know the answer to that yet. I think this is a moving target for all of us. I really think that if we really lean on each other and try to do everything we can and get really creative, and that's what I'm going to have to do, is just being really creative, really have to work on online and marketing in that way and finding a way to float yourself and even break even. I'm looking to break even for a while. And I think anything that we can do to survive is what we're going to have to do. And we're all in this together. I wish that I had tangible advice, but since I'm not doing this yet, I'm hoping that I'm going to make it, and I have faith that we can make it through. Just put your blinders on and keep a narrow focus on staying afloat. That's what I'm doing, and I hope everyone else does too.
Well, I truly wish you the very best, and am going to continue keeping a close eye to see what I can do to help however I'm able. Thank you so much for giving me the time today to speak and talk about the business and about, what is challenging for you. And for all of you watching, please like and subscribe.
It's Evie Portsmouth.
Evie Portsmouth.
Yes, on Instagram, yeah.
Leave a comment down below. I will leave links in the description to the store and the Instagram and all of those details. And until next time, carry on.
Through the arts and crafts of the American stylists, the things about us are made to express our own free spirits and desires for the colorful things that spell sheer fun.